Where in the world am I? I'm planning for Peru. Hi there, I'm Dr. Mary Travelbest, recently returning from Asia. I'm in San Diego now, sharing my best travel ideas and working on another book for you to enjoy. I'm about to launch on a 90-day trip around the world, solo. And I want to share a listener story spotlight with you. I want to tell you about a friend named Raquel, who's from Peru. She's been a friend for 40 years, and she has encouraged me to travel to Lima since then. She did all of the images and design in my first published travel book in 1993. She's been a friend for swimming in the ocean, musical concerts, joint baby showers, and the funeral for her eldest son. We've had many shared life experiences. She's an awesome traveler, and she's got a lot of great advice for me. I'd like to talk now about where I'm headed, which is Peru. This is a planning podcast. So I'm planning to land in Lima, stroll the clifftop Malecón in Miraflores for Pacific views, then relax on Playa Waikiki. That's the closest swimmable stretch. I'm going to the Barranco Bohemian district to see some street art, where there's also safe pedestrian areas. And the taxi from the airport to Miraflores is going to be about $20. There is a Metropolitano bus. It's cheaper, but it's busy. So one thing to remember about Lima, it is generally safe, but practice big city vigilance and keep valuables close. On the next day, I may get up early and go to Cusco. There's a flight about an hour and 15 minutes, and that will help me to acclimate gradually to my destination of Machu Picchu. When I get to Cusco, I'll do a light walking tour of the Plaza de Armas. I will look at San Blas artisans, the cocoa tea stops. I'm definitely going to have that, and don't eat heavily. So I'm hopefully going to book a morning flight so I can nap once I get there. Now, the next day, I'm going to go to the Sacred Valley, and I'm not going to pronounce this well, but it's Ollantaytambo. There's a shared van tour. I will go to the Pisac Market and terraces, and then I will see those ruins. Now, I'm going to stay here to cut the altitude because it's going to be about 2,800 meters above sea level versus Cusco, which is about 3,400 meters, but I'll be close to the train. So I'll look for a hostel there. Now, on the next day, I want to go to Aguas Calientes. That's the Peru Rail Expedition train. I'm going to check in, I'll soak in some hot springs maybe, and go to bed early. Then I will be planning to go to Machu Picchu on the next day. And that's a big, big trip. So I've got my ticket already booked. And I am doing the classic lower terrace. It's got the iconic postcard view with moderate stairs. I'm not going to hike the 4 days to get into I'm going to take the rail there. But the train should be beautiful. And I'm going to sit on the left-hand side so that I get views of the Urubamba River. And then I'm going to take the bus up. I've got a round-trip ticket. I'll get that the night before, and the first buses roll early in the morning. So I've got an entry window. I have a specific time of day that I'm going in. It's best to go in the early morning. I wasn't able to get an early morning ticket. But I'll have a guided visit, and that should be I'll be taking a look at the Temple of the Sun and the Sacred Plaza and the 3 windows. And there's also an optional short hike to Huaycay Picchu. That's another add-on if I want to. As far as lunch, you can picnic outside the gate, but you can't bring food inside. And then they'll stamp your passport. They'll take you down. Then you'll have the train back to Cusco. And I may stay one more night at Aguas Calientes. Then I'm going to make sure that I have everything with me before I go. I'm going to have my printed tickets and all my DEET and sunblock and just cash for snacks and toilets. I'll make sure that I have, everything that I've got, including the cocoa tea. So how much is that going to cost me altogether? I'm hoping under $600, but that would also leave room for souvenirs and the day trip. So I'll let you know how it goes. I'm really looking forward to it. So cash, do I need cash? Well, in the small towns, it will be helpful to carry small soul notes. There are ATMs in both Lima and Cusco. And just for the weather, because it's going to be fall there, Lima's kind of chilly. And only if I'm going to go swimming, I've got to make sure that I swim in very safe sections and watch for rip currents. I probably won't be swimming there, but if I want to be more safe, I will use registered taxis like Taxi Beat or Cabify and never swim at an isolated beach. But I do expect to enjoy Peru's vibrant coast, the Andean culture, and the wonder of Machu Picchu. I've been wanting to go there for so long. So I have a few quotes that I wanted to repeat. My brother was talking about my trip, and one of the pieces of advice that he said was never run in an airport. And then my sister said, when you get to a new place, tell yourself it's the first time you will visit, but not the last. So if you're looking for more solo resources, you can find several tips and ways to navigate through my books, or also Rick Steves and Lonely Planet both have great travel guides. My takeaway mantra is to see where the world takes you. You can travel solo and never be alone. Thanks for listening.